Welcome back to another OM Lab tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look at some auto panning stuff. We've been getting actually several requests over the past few months to do this tutorial, and we just haven't had the chance to get around to it with the other requests that are always coming in. But it kind of made us think about how we used to accomplish this auto pan technique, or the various auto pan techniques, before we had all of these, just like single click plugins. And some DAWs have some automated panning options built in to some of their plugins. You can look at something like Ping Pong in Ableton Live, for instance. Makes it very simple. But not everyone has access to that same exact tool. But pretty much everyone has access to a very traditional effect called Tremolo, and you can actually use that to produce some really cool Autopan effects. So let's take a look at this really quick. You're going to find it under modulation, whatever DAW you're using, and it's going to be at the bottom in Logic Pro. Of course, you can use any DAW. It doesn't have to be Logic. No, we always say that, but we mean it. All right, so let's just set this at its default. I guess 50% or so is the default here. So by default, a tremolo with no smoothing is going to sound something like this. Okay, there's going to be no difference really. As you can see, the left and right channels are all lined up. Once we start to add some smoothing, a rate, we're going to start seeing some difference here. So let's just take this down to a quarter again, and we'll listen to this as it is now. Okay, so in equal measure, you're hearing the sound on both the left and right channels. Okay, we're going to come back to symmetry later. Smoothing, now listen to what happens to it. This is without any smoothing. We'll just move this up slowly. Okay, and you can see how the floor of these curves actually came up as we brought that smoothing parameter up. Okay, so it doesn't cut out completely the same way that it did. It's more than double the height that it was initially. So we'll go ahead and we'll leave that smoothing here. And now here comes the very difficult part of this, and that's increasing this phase to 180. And as you can see, that just offset the highest peak and the lowest point in these two curves on opposite channels, left and right. Okay, so now when we play it back, you can hear very clearly that it's going between the two channels. Now if we take the smoothing off, it's going to be very rapid fire and very clear. It's only in one channel at a time, really. Okay, now symmetry. Symmetry can actually give you kind of like a swing effect, or like a well, actually, I guess you can accomplish that through rate as well as if you disclose the advanced features here in the offset degrees. But the size of these increments change with the symmetry button. Okay, so you can actually accomplish some pretty interesting effects. Okay, another one is or one more parameter to be aware of is the depth parameter. Let's just go ahead and bring this symmetry back to 50, and we'll leave our smoothing right around there. And actually, let's bring this up all the way back to a really harsh effect here, and we'll explore what depth does. So we bring this down. Okay, so it increases the floor. That means there's a minimum amount of volume present in both channels. And right around here is about half. This is technically half. So as you can hear, only only the top 50% or so of the decibels are actually shifting channels. The rest are maintaining their original position. So this is a very quick and easy way to add auto panning to a single track. You can set this up on an auxiliary track and bus a bunch of different sounds to it. It's a very simple way to, or it's a very easy workaround, really. It's a simple way to accomplish it if you don't have a tool that's specifically designed to do it for you. All right, there we go. So we hope that this helped clear up all the questions, answer all the questions that were coming in about auto panning, and that this is a solution that can work for you if you don't have a plugin that was specifically designed to do it with a single click. All right, thanks for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon. Cheers.